3-3 as well. Kate Del Fava will really stabilize that back line. Look for Yenny Thompson to get a little bit of a three. They have Taylor Flint in that single pivot role where DeMello and O'Kane can play a little bit higher.
This racing Louisville side tonight. Utah in goal, and we are underway. Side off the turnover, O'Kane passing through, O'Kane through the middle, taps it to Weber, shoots and is high with it.
That was Ellie Jean stepping into the midfield to win it. O'Kane plays Weber in behind, just gets underneath.
Point of attack, lifts for Janine Sonis. Looking for Weber, Sears is an option as well. Racing Louisville, Aaron Wright. Thompson has some space off her left foot. Stretching for it is Flint, and that's what she does. So on the throw, Mina Tanaka was just with Japan on international duty. Tanaka off the cross. Mazingo fires. She scores again. Brecken Mazingo in 3 straight games.
And efficiency is really the name of the game for Brecken Mazingo. She doesn't need a lot of space. She doesn't need a lot of opportunities, and she continues to strike early. It starts from a throw-in. Tanaka given a lot of space to play right here. You don't want her facing up if you're racing Louisville. She takes on, finds an area that's just dangerous. It falls to Mazingo. But what's incredibly impressive about her finish is that that first touch on the slick surface pops up. She lets it drop. She hits it on contact.
Zornoza looking to test Bloomer this week in a win against Haiti. St. George on the wing, off the cross, Mazingo hunting again. Swerving is Sears to her right, her favorite foot, shoots, Emma Sears, my goodness! We're level! Make it 6 goals for Emma Sears this season.
And that is a front runner that is exuding confidence. You could see it from the second that she received this from Katie O'Kane. It starts from the defending again, right there, stepping in front of Allie Sitnor, feeding Emma Sears, but then Katie O'Kane continues her run. That makes the defender stay with her. It clears the space, and you're not gonna see a strike much more clean than that as Emma Sears comes.
Savannah DeMello, game winner against Angel City in the last. Off the corner kick, on the delivery. Weber through the air, headed down by Delphi with racing. Off the service, Sonis. Just a bit off. O'Kane looks to turn, gets the edge. Cross, misses both Flint. Right. Sears again, relentless pressure. And that went off from. That this team feels different in 2025. DeMello. Sonis taps to DeMello off the cross, Weber. And it ricochets off Del Fava. Here comes another corner kick.
When Utah.
Bent to the back post, McGlynn touches it away, right, through the air, Flint. McGlynn has.
Flint completely lost Allie Sitnor, was wide open. It was just served to the back post. Wright does well to keep it alive, and Flint.
By Lauren Millay. DeMello surging forward, Tanaka with the knock.
And DeMello's just trying to break the line off the.
Millay from the right side. Lafrabano. Sonis sprinting 2, keeps it in. McGlynn cuts it off.
Royals, because they're able to penetrate.
Mozingo from outside the box, diving for it. Bloomer.
Just test goalkeepers. You might get a second chance opportunity. She keeps it low. It's bouncing. It's can recognize that because Sitnor draws so much attention, but also that's the identity of racing and how they want to press.
It has benefited them as of late, but some question marks without Kayla Fisher, who served. Sears already has a goal today, moves it to her left. Thompson, and it is in the NWSL. All the way back for Flint, who heads it forward. O'Kane is high. Oh, and a bunch of NWSL coaches. And they had some fun conversations, according to Coonrods. It took place in Cincinnati. Understand those two. Tanaka leaves it for Mazingo. Shoot, trying to tuck it in the corner. Tejada. Zornoza from distance, punched away by Bloomer. Still in, Mazingo lifts, Jean Sentnor off the corner near post. Tanaka rising for it. Oh, they're saying it hit off of Racing Louisville. Some texture on it, and again, Bloomer has it. Zornoza. Bourbano. Flint for Racing Louisville. Off her right foot, hangs up there. Weber trying to get the edge. Flint. Met by Del. Short option. Sonis. Return to her. Back post. Header, yes! Ellie Jean! It's her first goal this year. Racing leads.
And you can see what it means to her. So excited to sit her back coming up on that set piece. But this is exactly what I was talking about. Switch it up a little bit.
Kick with her left foot. Headed away by Flint. Malay. Some power to that one, but it hits the side of the netting. And that's exactly what Racing's doing against Utah. Launched up in the 18, Del Fava had
Taylor Flint, who's the disruptor in midfield, can step and win balls.
St. George in a space, all alone for Utah. Taking on Bloomer, she lives and tallies. Just like that, Utah responds.
And you almost get the sense that Racing Louisville was just expecting them to play a little short, sharp passes, and they decide in that moment to go a bit more direct with St. George, who's just along that front line. Looks like
St. George. Off of Jean. Collects. Slides it wide to St. George. Headed towards the far post. Malay just has to curls it around. Flint redirects with her head. That press from Weber. A little bit off kilter here. Utah. Sears takes advantage. Shoots. And it's right to McGlynn.
For you, and so right there, it has to be technically perfect if you're going to give Kate Del Fava the ball. And Emma Sears has to do better with that. This we've seen from Racing Louisville, we've expected.
Sonis. Touched away. Malay. Oh. Surging forward, taking on Flynn. Was looking for a cutting Flint. Mello again, wide. Off the leg of Flynn, and the takeaway, she gets undercut. Tanaka falls as well. Mazingo just chips it ahead of St. George in transition. Here's Utah, St. George, well wide.
Tanaka does a good job just to win the battle in midfield, but it's the one-touch service and this first touch that's what makes this attack so good. But St. George not
between Racing and the Royals. Nice touch to St. George, and it's deflected. Uses her left foot off the header, out from Flynn. So looking for a second ball, but the pass intercept. Peterson to Flint. Off her head, McGlynn.
Tanaka and Ali Sitnor on the ball on the sides of Flint. That's going to allow them to create more numbers.
The NWSL. Alongside Casey White, I'm Maura Sheridan. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are up. Taylor Flint. Courtney Peterson off the cross. Weber goes down in the 18. Tanaka. That's the leg of Sonis. From Tanaka, Sentnor into space. Ali Sentnor with her left foot. Punched away by Bloomer.
The line gets a little bit of help off the deflection, but Tanaka facing forward and finding Ali Sitnor. This is ideal. That
Sentnor on the 7th corner. And it's swatted for Malay. Malay centrally. Touch to Mello. Almost McGlynn.
Mello tries to find that back post area. This is something that McGlynn should be able to bring in. There's not a lot of pace on it.
Off the corner, back post, Weber heads it across the face. Urbano, awkward. Played back to right in Malay. Malay whips it across. No one there on the back post. Jean skies it over.
Involved in this play. First it was right. Malay gets the ball, plays it across. And wouldn't have that been something if Ellie Jean gets a
minute? But Jimmy Kumrat said, look, we can't really rotate. We don't have that depth at the moment. Setnor nearly scores off the...
To break the line into the feet of Tanaka, able to get on the full turn, finds the space out wide. And it's a great ball across to Setnor, and that's where she just darts in front of...
Mazingo on the run. Off the cross, Setnor was there. Just couldn't get a shot off. Picking up speed, Thompson. It's a corner kick for Utah. On. Zornoza. Towards the near post. Flynn taken out. It's the only point picked up by Utah in the last 5 games. Played long for Tanaka. One with Sonis. Moves it to her right, Mazingo. Flint on...
idea, but I like that she's showing composure in those moments for the better opportunity.
Thompson. Tejada. On the run, Malay. Wide with it, cross. Bumped off of Flynn and Cletus. Off the chip into space. Janine Sonis into the box, shoots, and she's high.
Well, you can see why they don't want DeMello.
Who've been drumming along this entire game through the rain delay and everything.
Gotta stay alert.
St. George. Zornoza calling for Tanaka. Bloomer blocks. Mazingo. It's gone a little bit quiet in this second half. Tanaka. And it's a foul. Benefited off of a yellow card. Setnor through the air, back post. Bloomer. Again, knocks it away for Racing Louisville. Okay. DeMello. Heel pass to Malay. Malay in the box. Shoots. Saved by McGlynn.
You see Mazingo and Setnor both watching the ball rather than going with Malay. Kind of gets...
Flint steps to, as she does so well. It's tangled up. And again, they were playing the advantage. Tejada is going to be out of this game. That's her second yellow. Tanaka also out of this game. And Donna Fuderer replaces. Jean on the service, Weber. Weber in! Sarah Weber! Her first NWSL goal, and Racing takes the lead.
Well, it's a lot of firsts for Racing Louisville tonight with Ellie Jean getting the goal in the first half. Now it's Sarah Weber coming up big in this moment for Racing Louisville. But what I like is Taylor Flint started the whole thing by stepping in